Higher frequency you, higher frequency me, higher frequency universe.
Blessings, YouTube. Blessings and good morning. I decided not to wait too long for the next video, or rather I shouldn't even really say I decided, because I usually don't decide. It's usually the things that are going on around me that kind of decide when and if I'll get to upload a video for you. So I got to do it this week. Today, I kind of wanted to piggyback onto the last video, Spring Equinox, in which we planted some seeds. So we planted the seeds, and now what? Now we wait. Yep, we wait. I know that for some people, waiting can be like torture. For some people, even the thought of having to wait, they're like, wait a minute, what happened to manifesting, like that? And we're getting there, but it's in stages. It doesn't just happen overnight. You have to build to that. So, anyone who's planted anything from a seed knows that there's that germination period. Or even with humans, as once we're conceived, there's that gestational period where the development is taking place from conception to actual birth, meaning from the thought, the conception, to the actual manifestation. There has to be that time where it grows, that nurturing time, and it is in that time that you learn the most about yourself. It is in that time that you learn that self-control that will take you to the next level. Once you plant those seeds, you send out this vibration. You send out, it's like a thought pattern. You send out the intent. You're planting the seeds. You expect to see something come from it. You expect to see something sprout from it. So normally what happens, or what should happen, is you plant the seed and then you gently nurture it until it sprouts, and then from there you'll know what to do, and then you continue to nurture and maintain it until it manifests the way you want, or until fruition. But what happens right now for a lot of people, because we live in a society where we don't have to wait for anything. Anytime you want something, it's immediate. I remember, as a teen, if you wanted to hear from someone, you had to wait till you got home from school. You might have had to wait for someone to get off the phone, because generally there was just one phone in the house. And you might have even had to wait for permission to use the phone. So, so much has changed. Children now, I see kids 8, 6 years old walking around with a phone. I don't know who they're talking to and why they need a phone right away, but that's the culture that we live in. Even with information, you want to know something, you can just look on your phone. Before, you had to wait. You could use your computer, and that was even quick. But before that, you had to go to a library. You had to actually do some work. And in that doing that work, that's like the gestational period. So we've cut that out with our modern technology. And so our brains now are not trained anymore to wait. So patience is character building. Patience is life changing. If you can learn patience and learn how to wait, there's when you start to manifest things quickly, because everything has a vibration. So as I said, once we plant those seeds, it is with an intent. Now, because of the way the thing is set up now, we plant the seeds and we most likely become a seed checker. And I know this from experience. I was a seed checker. And what I mean by a seed checker was that I knew it was going to grow, or should I say, I knew it should grow. But literally and figuratively, I would uncover the seeds because I wanted to see if it was going to grow. I knew that it was going to grow, but I wanted to see if it was growing. So that wanting to see on this level is where was the doubt. And I disturbed the germination. I disturbed that early sprouting stage by being aggressive, frustration. Think of it as frustration. So I uncover the seeds and they were growing. And oh my God, so now I've covered them back up and I'm like, oh my God, they were growing. And then I go the next day and I'm like, well, they didn't come through the soil yet. What happened? Let me check. So now I'm uncovering the seeds again. And that's what we do every time we question our seeds. You have to plant the seeds and trust that they're going to grow. Don't be a seed checker. So now what happened with me was they didn't come back through the soil. So what did I do? I covered those seeds again. And what did I see? The little sproutlings had one was snapped and the other one was like shriveled up. So I was like, oh my God, I did it. I killed them. So what do? Well, I can say if the other one is broken, I'll just fix it that way. And I still got one more seed that didn't sprout yet. Cover it back up. And now I'm overwatering it with worry. Oh my God, I shouldn't have uncovered it. Why did I uncover it? I knew better. Why didn't I just leave the seeds alone? So 2 things. Don't overwater the seeds with worry. They're going to take sprout. Just relax, trust, believe, and have faith. With that faith, with those 3 things, you can nurture the seeds into growing because you won't be overwatering them with worry. So the other thing we have to be aware of is that there is that gestational period, that time. How long it is, I don't know. We just don't know sometimes. We just don't know. Sometimes you do know and sometimes you don't know. I have some things that I have been waiting for years. And, don't think I'm just sitting there, watching the pot and watering it saying, well, maybe it's going to grow. Because some seeds are dead and some seeds we do kill. And I'm going to go back to that. But I'm not just sitting here waiting. I am patiently expecting my results, and I'm getting little confirmations. I'm seeing growth. I'm seeing sproutlings. I'm seeing flowers. Once you see those flowers, you know the fruit is going to come. And for those of you who don't know that, whenever you grow a fruit-bearing plant, the first to come are flowers. And I can remember the first time I grew tomatoes. Now, mind you, I grew up where I grew up in a household that did grow vegetables and fruit in the backyard. But for some reason, I don't know, I wasn't aware of the flowering stage. So I can remember the first time I grew my own tomatoes and I saw these flowers and I was like, what? This can't be right. Flowers? I'm not supposed to have flowers. I'm supposed to have tomatoes. And I took them out because I thought something was wrong. So I learned valuable lessons from actually planting. The first is you don't uncover the seeds. Don't be a seed checker. Don't be a worrier. Don't overwater with worry. And the third is don't change that vibration. Don't doubt the seeds because it doesn't look like what you think it should look. You're still in the gestational period. You're not to the end yet. You didn't get there. The other thing is don't be complacent And what I mean by that is, don't just sit back and say, well, I planted the seeds, I know they're going to grow. Empress said, wait. I don't mean just wait. You have to be actively, passively engaged in the seeds. So by that, you still have to nurture them. So, think positive thoughts. Don't, don't deprive them of the nurturing, because that's another thing. Some people let them dry out, and then they don't get to grow because they just put them in there. You gotta still, you gotta be attentive. So, and then the other thing that comes to mind also is watch how you're nurturing them. Don't nurture them with doubt. That goes back to the overwatering them. Don't nurture them with doubt. Don't overwater them with negativity. Oh, what if? What if it doesn't take hold? What if they don't look the way I want to? What if they're not as big as I want them? What if they're not the right color? Just relax and just relax. The waiting is the hardest thing. But if you can master this stage right here, there's where you get to manifest things just at conception. I mean, there's still going to be a waiting period, but it won't seem as long. Another way that you can help pass this waiting period is to be engaged in other things. Start preparing for your fruit. What are you going to do when the seeds come? Some people plant seeds and they get all these fruits and vegetables, and they don't know what to do with them because they expect it, but they didn't really expect it. And so you got to prepare. Make sure you have a place for them. Make sure you're ready for them to receive them. You have all the equipment that you need to continue to maintain them. You have to have a plan. So start preparing for your fruit. Prepare for your harvest. Act and live as though it's already been the harvest, and there's where that waiting time won't seem as long. It'll almost fly by. Like I said, I've been waiting for stuff for years, and the only reason why I'm able to wait is because I'm seeing stages of development. I'm seeing stages of growth. Look for those stages. Don't look overnight if it's been something that's been, taking you a long time to even want. Look for it in a moderate amount of time. The same with, it's like with relationships, with a job. Don't aggravate it. Don't, when I was saying about the seed checking, don't go and, aggravate the person. Well, did you get my message? Did you get my flowers? Did you like my gift? Will you go out on a date with me? Don't keep calling them. Did I get the job? Do you want to hire me? Do you need, give them a chance, because sometimes you frustrate these situations out. You change that vibration. You don't want to change the vibration. Just keep it going in one direction. So basically that was it. I hope I didn't go back and forth too much, but patience. This is what we do now. We've planted our seeds, and now we wait. And I will wait with you. If you have any questions or comments, or you want to talk about what you're waiting for, leave me a comment down below. I'll be curious to know what it is that has been planted. So, I almost forgot homework. Homework is going to be a lot of fun. It's going to help pass that waiting time. And before you know it, all your seeds will be sprouting up all over the place. And you'll be saying, oh my goodness, when did this happen? I wasn't ready, but you will be ready. So homework is to prepare for your seeds. Prepare for your seeds. Instead of getting frustrated and angry and anxious and want to see, prepare for them, because they're coming. So if you've planted seeds to say maybe travel more, then get your luggage together. Start looking at places that you want to go to. Start looking at methods of transportation that you might want to use. Start hooking up with friends and family. Let them know, hey, I'm going to be in such and such an area. You think I can swing by? Or, hey, I'm planning a trip. Would you like to come with? Because sometimes when you add more people in, it brings down the cost of the trip. So, think like that. So if it's, let's say you planted seeds to get a better job, or maybe just to move up in the job that you are, start looking up what it is that you need to move up. Start looking up what it is that is required to get the job that you're seeking. If it's more training, look and see if are there any agencies in your area that maybe are offering free training, or even ask the job themselves. Sometimes they offer training toward the position. Let's say you planted seeds to have a better relationship, or even just to have a relationship. Then get yourself ready. Get your mind right, get your body right, get your finances together, get your job together, get your house clean, get yourself together, clean up your car, things like that. If you plan on dating, clean up your car. Don't pick someone up and your car is a mess. Don't have your house a mess and you want to invite people over. Clean up, get yourself together. So start preparing for your goal. And finally, let's say you wanted to start a business. You planted some seeds to have your own business. Then, start looking up what it takes to get that business going. What permits do you need? How much does it cost? Look at other businesses and, start to go around and really look at other businesses that are similar to what you're thinking of doing. Look up information on how to write a business plan, because for any business that you start, you're going to need a business plan, like a real business plan. There's lots of people on the internet that offer help, videos such as these that can, walk you through step by step. So, get yourself ready. Use that waiting period. It's not going to be magical yet, where you just say, oh, I want, and then bling, it happens. You have to do some work. Use that waiting time constructively and positively. Don't become frustrated or annoyed. Be patient. And that's why they say patience is a virtue. It's because a virtue is the good in you. Being patient brings out the best in you. This is EmpressTee. Thank you for watching. I am abundantly, graciously, and infinitely yours. Blessings.
Higher frequency, you. Higher frequency.